You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, in case you have not been tuned in for the last, 9 months, the Colorado football program is, let's just keep it real, it's in shambles now, okay? It's a husk of whatever that one winning season was that Deion Sanders had, which was, of course, the last season of Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders having been on the roster. This past year was a disaster. This past season was 3-9. 3-9. You got NFL players all over your coaching staff. You're a Hall of Famer, and that is the best you can muster. And unfortunately for Deion, some of the folks that are close to the program, some of the folks that have multiple Super Bowl rings, like Christian Fourier, who played for the Patriots and the Seahawks, they're out on Deion. All right? They're out on Deion. Fourier won a national championship with Colorado, and there's some things that over time has rubbed him the wrong way. I would say right offhand, loosely, Deion Sanders has to be on the hot seat. Or at least the seat's got to be getting really, really freaking warm. Colorado 3-9, 16-21. And look, guys, I'm not going to kid you. For Colorado to go 9-4, that was impressive. All right? They in 2022, I can tell you because they were 1-11. And then he won 4 games. He quadrupled the wins. Then 9-4, but then disastrous right off a cliff. And a lot of that attention that Deion was bringing to the program, I don't know if you guys noticed last year, but the Colorado Buffalo television ratings plummeted. They got like half the amount of viewers that they were pulling in, and it's because the program was a disaster. Couldn't get the quarterback position right, yada, yada, yada. This is not a good sign for Deion. When he starts losing guys that are this close to the program. Former Colorado star tight end Christian Fourier added some clarity and context to his recent harsh criticism of Colorado coach Deion Sanders, telling USA Today Sports he became especially disenchanted with Sanders last year when Colorado retired the jersey number of Sanders' quarterback's son, Shedeur. That rubbed a lot of people around that college the wrong way, I can tell you. It did. Christian Fourier had ripped Sanders during a podcast with host Zach Gleb on Tuesday, February 10th, saying Sanders is, quote, not very bright. Wow. And that he, quote, brainwashed people to support him regardless of how stupid he is sometimes. Holy shit. Scorched him. USA Today followed up on those remarks with Fourier, who played at Colorado from 90 to 94 before moving on to the NFL, where he won 2 Super Bowls with the Patriots. Quote, I don't want Colorado to fail. I want it to succeed, Fourier said in an email. But I find the head coach's priorities off-putting. I officially tapped out in April of 2025 when athletic director Rick George allowed the University of Colorado to retire Shedeur Sanders' number 2 jersey. This is a sore subject of many Colorado players, particularly those that played at Colorado around the time the Buffaloes won the 1990 national championship. USA Today Sports previously reported Colorado went against its previous standards for lifetime player honors last year when it retired the numbers of Sanders and Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter. Colorado hasn't even retired the jersey of Darian Hagan, who led the Buffaloes to 3 straight Big 8 titles in the national championship with a 28-5-2 record as quarterback. I remember him. He was a really good quarterback for them. Wow. That's right. I remember that. I made a video on that they didn't retire his jersey. or they hadn't, but they were retiring Shedeurs. Shedeur Sanders' starting record was 13-11 with no championships or bowl victories, including 9-4 in 2024. Hagan even told the USA Today Sports last year he was, quote, flabbergasted by the decision, which the school said was made at the discretion of the athletic department administration and the head coach. Quote, believe me, I can root for Shedeur as a player while still calling his jersey retirement what it was, a vanity project driven by his father. Fourier told USA Today Sports, it's this strange, twisted loyalty from Sanders diehards now spilling over into the NFL that I want no part of. So I hold my nose and I move on. Wow. In the podcast, Fourier said he wasn't a fan of Sanders' coaching style or messaging. He also said he wasn't very smart. Oh, man, that's... By the way, they reached out to see if Colorado Sanders at the university wanted to comment on this, and they declined. Fourier said Sanders' messaging is, quote, confusing and contradictory. It flips as fast as the weather at the base of the flatrons. Fourier told USA Today Sports, 1 minute it's empowerment, family, and toughness. The next, it's excuses, deflections, and a bizarre post-game word salads that leave you scratching your head. What boggles my mind the most is how reporters rarely challenge him on late-game management decisions. I made some of those videos yesterday. All right. So, Fourier said Sanders and some of his followers have, quote, thin skin, where any criticism is considered, quote, hate, even if it's valid and constructive. What I find comical is any criticism of Deion Sanders gets labeled as hate. Apparently, one blind loyalty is acceptable, no matter how self-serving or self-promoting his personality comes across. Those traits are ones I personally don't value and never will. Ask anyone who knows me or anyone I played with at any level. Wow. That is damning. That's damning. I don't know that Colorado will. I mean, yeah, Deion's seat should be warm. Whether or not Colorado will have the guts to make it warm, I don't know. I mean, after that 9-4 season, a lot of people were talking, oh, Florida State, oh, NFL. Now it's like, oh, win 6 games and get to a damn bowl. Which, to be fair, if Deion can win 6 games and get to a bowl at Colorado, that's pretty good. You know? I mean, you got to, but under his standards and what he claims to be, well, that should be a team that's challenging to make the playoffs. They should win 9, 10, 11 because he can recruit. With all these connections, NFL, yada, 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 NIL, this is a huge year. A huge year. I remember that Colorado Buffalo team in the 1990s. That was a hell of a squad. That national championship team, yeah, they had a couple of seasons there where they were something else. They really were. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.